Once again, I got another recommendation for you, and this one shouldn't be a real big shock because it's pretty much a reference blade for a lot of people and from a lot of people, but this is the Kershaw Blur, the 1670, I believe. Yep, 1670, straight edge, the 14C Sandvik, whatever, steel, USA produced, Ken Onion design, all that great stuff. We'll talk about it a little bit more here, but I want to, from the title, I kind of want to explain myself. This to me is a poor man's zero tolerance ZT knife. Not a particular model ZT, just it reminds me of a ZT zero tolerance knife. Maybe because Ken Onion designs a lot of those blades, and he implements some of his designs in Kershaws with the, the more ergonomic blade shape with the recurve that we see here. This reminds me of a ZT. The Blur, on that note, does not lack anything the ZTs do in strength. The Blur is right up to par with those. This knife is very durable, and it's just when if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what I'm talking about. When I held a Blur for the first time, I just had a tweet. I had a comment, and I was like, said something about, just held a Blur for the first time and almost blurred my pants. There's something about this knife when you hold it and you flick it open, it just gives you a good feeling. I don't know. It just it's a positive reaction with you instantly. The ergonomic of the knife, the grip, the lockup. There is absolutely no side to side or up and down. I mean, this thing is like a fixed blade. It's just incredible. And keep in mind the price point of this knife. I scored this one no more than 40 bucks off of eBay, and I'll get to more of that in a little bit. But you look at ZT knives, you're looking at about $200, $300 for a knife, and you're getting about the same in the lockup. But not in reality. ZTs, they're more a frame lock instead of a liner lock, like the Blur. But really, how much hard use can you use a blade where you need a frame lock? The liner lock does just fine. The handle slabs are aluminum. Not quite sure. I don't have all my notes and stuff like other knife reviewers. It's aluminum, so I really need to know. It's a pillar construction knife. There's your standoffs. And I like these open pillar knives, or open construction, excuse me. They're just, I don't know, they just look more sexier. They have something clogging at the back here. And people say they're easier to clean. Yeah, that's true that, but I just like the construction better. It's simpler to maintain, take apart, things like that. Like I said, it's a liner lock. And you have your stainless steel liners on the inside there, kind of milled in. This has Kershaw's speed safe design. Their assisted opening. You have track tech inserts on this aluminum scales. It's like a rubberized texture for grip. Do I like it? Yes, I do like it. It helps out a fair amount with traction on the side of the knife. Especially when the knife is wet. It actually becomes not very tacky or grippy, just still gives you something to purchase on the knife. There's your pivot point. standard there. Knife has no jimping, has a little bit of a temp on top. I am not a stickler on jimping. If it's got it, awesome. If it doesn't, okay, I can add it if I need it, but I don't really need a lot of jimping if a knife functions in the way I need it to, like the Blur. Pan out here a little bit. It works just fine without it. You'll notice here on the blade, Canon gives us a nice little dip right here. Get up on there closer. See how it kind of comes in and dips down, following his ergonomic lines, but it also acts as a spot to purchase your thumb on top. Lays flat right there, and you'll notice he kept the blade nice and thick on that back portion for us. Right in here, so we can lay our thumb back there. So the need for jimping isn't really necessary. Now for a tactical use blade and self-defense blade, would the Blur fill that role? Probably not, because it lacks that, what you get with a ZT zero tolerance knife. You get a better traction plan, of G10 stuff and milled out, and you got your better raised thumb ramps with jimping and stuff like that. Yeah, you get that. This is just an EDC blade, large EDC, looking at a 3-inch blade, a little over 3 inches. It's full flat grind, not hollow ground. So you are getting just a good sized, oversized EDC blade. Some people really want to carry something this big for EDC. But I have, and I've actually really enjoyed the Blur, and I can't put it down. It's really becoming one of my new favorite EDC blades. I don't know why. I think it's because I wanted one for so long, and I finally worked up the courage and money to drop on one of these. And let's talk about the money and come back to that price I mentioned. I said $40. Scored off eBay. This knife was actually listed as a factory blim, or I call factory reject. Something on the blade wasn't correct, and Kershaw says, no, these gotta go to the reject pile. A lot of them say that the coating on the blade is usually what does it. Well, I couldn't find anything on this knife that says it's a reject. They say it has 3 X's stamped on the blade, right around in here. Again, there's nothing stamped on this blade, and I couldn't find anything that made it look like it was a reject. The only thing I could find was these little, these little scratches in the back here next to the thumb stud. That was about it. Other than that, it's 100% lock up, strength, looks, coating on the blade, everything. There's nothing wrong with it. And yes, that is tip up carry. Talk about it in a second. But the blade wasn't impressively sharp out of box. I don't know if that was probably one of the reject things, I don't know, but they got to the point where it was already classified as a reject that they just didn't finish the blade off. But so yes, I touched that blade up, and that's another thing. I just can't put the blade down. Can't put the blade down now because of this edge. It's just so wicked sharp. I mean, just push cutting paper like it's nothing. I mean, it's awesome. And when I got the knife, I mean, it would pop hairs. Literally, I could take it across my arm, pop hairs of it, and then my girlfriend was kind of always asking me why I have these bald spots on my arm. I got a couple of them kind of filled in right here. I told her I was going to take the knife, and I was just, push cutting hair off because it was just addicting seeing a knife do that for once. So I'm addicted to sharp knives now, and now I know what a sharp knife really is like. So it's just, yeah, I mean, I like the Blur. That's it. I mean, it's the poor man's ZT. If you were thinking about getting a zero tolerance and you got the money, this is something to look forward to or look into for the price point. And it'll satisfy every need you need it to in an EDC knife. What's the weight on this knife here? Well, we're about to find out. This is something where it separates itself from ZT big time, because we all know that ZT zero tolerance knives are very heavy. And they're up in 7-8 ounce range depending what style knife you're getting. And they're usually 3.5, 4-inch blades that weigh that much. And this is a 3-inch blade, like I said, aluminum slab handles. Okay, we'll weigh it all different kind of weights here in ounces. I think it's about 4 ounces. I weighed it once before. Yeah, so about 4 ounces. Lay it on its side. 4 ounces. And 4 ounces. So it's not extremely heavy, but it's heavier than some EDC blades for the size of length of blade. You referenced that video of the Buck Nobleman. I show off the Saw Aegis and compare it. You know, it's a 3.5 inch blade or something. I forget. 3-inch blade, and it weighs, you know, it's crazy. I think it's only like 3 ounces or so. But hey guys, this is a good knife right here if you're looking for something to hard use for EDC and don't really want to worry about the knife. I would recommend any day the Kershaw Blur. It really is just, it fills that role. Also, something I forgot to mention are these thumb studs. These things are awesome. I'll see on some couple other Kershaw knives, like the Kershaw Zing. They use these thumb studs. They're kind of angled, and they're kind of got some knurling or jimping, whatever you want to call it. They just give great purchase with your thumb. Allow your thumb just to dig in there and just give it a simple push, and this speed safe takes over. So yeah guys, I recommend this blade. Go out and buy one. Go to eBay if you don't want to pay the full 60 bucks, wherever it is. Also, you can get these knives in the S30V steel. That's a lighter coated looking, it's kind of a gray. That's how you can tell them apart. Those are about 80 to 90 bucks, depending where you're getting it from. But yeah guys, that's my short little review on the Kershaw Blur 1670 T Black. Alright guys, catch y'all later. I got some more holsters coming up, and some more reviews and a giveaway. Talk to y'all soon.